one thing that really showed me your drive, because I was telling Dre prior to. I think it was '06 at the Proviso West tournament, the legendary 21 points in 75 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you fouled out. Bogus call. You guys were about to come back.
It was. You said it, not me. No,
it was
you
a
said
bogus
it.
call.
Look it up on YouTube. It was.
Yeah, it was a bogus call. And I remember he had 21 points in a minute and 15 seconds, and he fouled out. And I remember you didn't throw a tantrum, but I remember the fact that losing was damn near about to kill you. No, I'm being serious though. It literally he literally didn't care about like his perception or not. Like only winning mattered, and he literally flipped out. And every 4-letter word you probably could have said, you did. And I remember being like, "Yo, this dude is a real life killer. He's a real life competitor. Don't let that pretty boy stuff fool you. Like he's a real life competitor, and he really wants to win bad." And I remember sitting there and leaving that game and kind of being like, "Damn, like what did I just see?" Like and I always appreciate that about you, and I always was never shocked in what you did moving forward. So definitely giving you my flowers, my snaps.
No, I appreciate it. It wasn't, MVP in the finals or, what you did in the tournament or anything like that. For me, it was always about winning. And that was one of the most heartbreaking losses I've had. We had won, I want to say 35 games in a row.
Yeah.
Our school dating back to the year before, because we won 24 in a row to win it my junior year. Then we started off the season #1, and St. Joe's Dre was like 7 or 8. They were down the line, from where we were at that time.
I was in the stands waiting for you in the next round for the West tournament. The king was about to get slayed.
That's fair. That's fair.
Know that.
But and so for me, it's talk about history, and I remember going on like IHSA, which is the Illinois High School, Association, and they have records. And so, for most consecutive wins, like I wanted to make a run where you could win 50 in a row or something. And the Proviso West got us that day. I was a mess after that one.
But let's dive into that. When was your first memory of competition where you knew you just hated losing? Or when were you aware that you were different and that you didn't like losing?
I don't know if it ever felt different. To me, it just felt like it was like that's how it's supposed to be. And I have, my friends have stories when I was, 6, 7, 8 years old, where I'd be just a complete prick, just if we were to lose. And there's individually, it could be playing video games where, I broke my friend's controller one time. He beat me in video games. He started to stall in NBA Live. Who stalls, in NBA Live? Like, just you have to play it out.
No. Time out. I did read you used to change the settings and you was double teaming guys. You was setting up traps. You had all types of stuff going on in the settings of the game.
That's different than stalling. That's strategy, Dre. That's strategy. It's not. That's stalling. But ever since I can remember, I just always had. I figured a way to rein it in, but I think it's better to have that, and then to try to teach that or to teach someone how to be competitive. So, but ever since I can remember.
But they call that sore losing, and I kind of want to touch on that. Like sometimes the analytics miss out on certain traits, and I think there's a positive side to someone who hates losing, because I was told I was a sore loser when I was a kid. Like, you just hate losing. Like, no one can be around you when you lose. But now when we're sitting where we're sitting, I think that's the drive you need for success. Is I can't lose. And so how do you differentiate a sore loser versus a guy who hates to lose?
I think a sore loser makes excuses of why you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you hate to lose, you look yourself in the mirror. You're not looking out and making excuses. You're looking at yourself, what you could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think, there were times when I was young, I think we all make excuses to a certain extent, right? But I think I did learn over time that to look in the mirror and to figure out what I could have done better. And, I think that's the difference for me. I don't know what you would say about that, but I really do. I think it's hating to lose. And I'll add one more thing. You could beat me 5 times in a row. I still felt like I was going to beat you the 6th time. Whether that was true or not in my mind, that's just how I was wired. So the losses would add up to determination for me. But why would people call you a sore loser?
Oh, I couldn't stand losing. And so I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to be around anybody. You know, and I agree with that excuse part, because the excuse was if you would have passed me the ball more, I would have had more points. But like I think
that
you're right.
That could have been true. That could have been true also.